Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapadakammalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Stram Om Jnanadimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Jakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ki Vaika Virta Yamariyat Rakshati Vaishnavanam Tripavalam Madhava Prestakam Sri Bhakti Dham Bharati Mashayami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namini Sri Varshavanadevi Daitayati Bhavati Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daini Prabhavi Madhurya Challa Premadya Sri Rupanuga Bhaktida Sri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Sri Murtai Dinatarini Rupanu Kavirudapa Siddhantarvantaharini Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Jai Gaur, Dandavat Pranam to all of you and to Gurudev and Srila Baba Maharaj and all, Srila Prabhupada and all Gauri Guru Varga. So I hope that you all are well protected by the Vani protection of Guru and Vaishnava instructions, their teachings. So because the material world is really a very dangerous place to be actually. At every step there is some kind of danger waiting for us. Srimad Bhagavatam also says, Padam Padam Yat Vipadam Nadesham. It's the same thing, that Padam Padam, at every step there is danger in this world. So, countless forms of illusions are there, which without Gurudev's Kripa, we cannot even recognize them, what to speak of realize, what to speak of overcoming. That just today there was one short writing about, that even for all those who are already, they took shelter at Gurudev's lotus feet, let's say at the ashram or mat, because a mat without Sadguru is not really commode. Srila Bhakti Brahma Guru Goswami used to say, commode means toilet actually. So a Sadguru has to be there, and for those who have taken shelter at which is more specific, the Vani of Gurudev. So really only they can be somehow protected. And so what to speak of others. But still also Maya Devi is always knocking in front of the door also of this very sanctified area, which is very pure. Gurudev's ashram, Gurudev's mat, like Ravan, it is explained there, tried to deceive, to Sita Devi. Actually, we know that he is never able to catch the real Sita, so it's just one pastime, a shadow Sita. But to illustrate this, also Guru and Vaishnava, they give him this example, like Lakshman, he is representing the Guru Swarup, he draw the line, the Lakshman Rekha, it's called. So Bhakti Devi, or Sita Devi, which remains always untouched and protected, really within this boundary, this shelter of what it is, Bhajan Bhava of Gurudev. So also we are always protected within this area, within the Bhajan Bhava of Gurudev. But Ravan, the demon, he comes disguised in the garb of a sadhu, mendicant, some traveling monk, and tries to allure Sita, so to step beyond that very pure and sanctified area. So Maya Devi is also coming in so many forms, like Ravan, in front with false kind of promises, to cheat us, actually. So we have to be always very alert. And but alertness for Padajiva is also not so easy, because we are still bonded. So really, for taking any decision or anything like this, we have to think thousands and thousands of times. And more than this, we have to take real shelter or guidance of a Satguru, to guide us, because only he can really see the past, present, and future. So any wrong decision once done, it can create a big damage, to our whole life. So it will cost, immense. We have to pay for it. As they say, it is easy to make one wrong decision, but difficult to live with it. And it is maybe difficult to make the right decision, but after it is more easy to live with it. It is easy to live with it. So that's we have to always keep in mind by navigating ourselves by the help of Guru and Vaishnavas through this life, Yes, so last time we discussed about many things by Guru and Vaishnava's Kripa, and especially about Vidya and how to attain it, and we also spoke about some practical things regarding eating, sleeping, and of course most of these things you know already. I'm just trying to remember also. And yes, so today I think also we can continue a little bit with that, because somehow by Guru and Vaishnav Kripa I remember a few other things also related to that topics, especially. So for example, like we sing, Nidai na bolilo muke, majilo samsara sukhe, vidya kule ki koribe dara. That is Narottam Das Thakur's bhajan, glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. And they are Nidai na bolilo. So those who don't speak the name, mukha, with about the name of Nitai, Majilo Samsara Sukhe. So they will just float in that ocean of samsara. No, the samsara sukh, that so-called happiness. And the second line says, Vidya kule ki koi bedara. So in that case, Narottam Das Thakur is saying, so what is the use if you don't call out the names of Nitai and just floating in the material samsara? What is the use of material vidya, material education? And some university degrees, or this cannot help us, because somehow all education, if it is not used in the service, no, frankly speaking, is just useless. According to I'm not all our Gaudiya Guru are they saying, and it's just a waste of time, actually. And actual education is really only possible if we become conscious of that reality, Krishna conscious, no, which is based on the Sambandha Gyan. That is real education. First, our Sambandha with the Lord is the first thing somehow which we have to try to realize under the guidance of Sadguru and Vaishnava. And then if we are established in this, then everything else we can do, but then it's done in the right spirit. No, but if we forget this vital point, to be established in Sambandha Gyan, and instead we are just starting to collect some material knowledge or education, then but in the first step in this calculation is already one mistake. So then the countless other things maybe I do right, like in mathematics. No, one thing you make wrong in the beginning, then after you can do everything right, okay? But the result will also be wrong because the mistake was done at the first place. So if you don't get situated rightly in our Sambandha Gyan, then everything else what we do is also, it will not give the proper result. And but if we are established in Sambandha Gyan, then naturally we have to live, no, in this world. And that's why it is also the best, especially for our new generation, those young devotees, or Babaji Maharaj also want to try his best now to give some this awareness of that Sambandha Gyan in the early age, what is really matters in life. Now the people, they start to do so many things in life, but at first point they forgot the most important thing. So better to start with this, and then okay, you can do everything else. It's nothing wrong. But that is the blunder mistake which most of the people are doing, because also educational there's not really much chance due to some manipulation, or there's always some filter of knowledge in all those educational systems, universities, some kind of filter. So some knowledge will never become like really mainstream. They just want to let it, the people like dumb, no, and stupid. So no, not really access to this. But for children, for our new generation, it is that young devotees which can grow up already getting this Sambandha Gyan from the beginning, then it will be very nice. Everything is just falling at its place. No? They will have a very peaceful life, a life in harmony with the universal rules. No? Otherwise, if we always go against those rules, then who can help us? We will just get punished all the time. and then we have to suffer for that. But if you know how the game is to be played, then we have no problem. We can only come out successful, and we will be also joyful, not just living in pain and suffering. Because maybe externally the world is running around with smiling face, but actually they are having crying hearts, somehow or other, all of them. It's a must, because as long we have not realized that Sambandha, suffering is a must. They can make a show how long they want, but we don't believe. We know better, because we know it from our Guru Varga and under their guidance what is real happiness. So if they are not aware of this, then it's one shoot in the back. It's not working like this. And Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami also, he used to say that children, they should get educated, because that can also be used in seva. It's important, but only, like, for example, nowadays there are also some sadhya like gurus, they say, you're just to all the young students or those young people who come, the youth, just leave everything, come join us, and very easily you can attain some spiritual realizations. You will attain Krishna very easily. Just leave everything. But actually that never happens, because they first of all are bogus gurus. They have themselves not realized this, and that's why it's very dangerous to treat young boys or young students like this, because they just want to use in their temple, they want to get some cheap workers, those who do the work for them, for their own business, because nowadays temples is also like some kind of business. And then we get all these young, nice boys, and they can just now work for them, like in the name of devotional life. It's not possible like this. And they are cheated, so this is very dangerous. No, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami said that we need educated people. We cannot just have some people, so if they get also material educated, why not? It's not a problem, but only material education, if it's only material education, then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also saying that it can be compared with a donkey, no? Jada Vidya Jada Mayara Vaibhav. Tomare Bhajana Pada Moha Jananiya Anitya Samsara Jivaikya Korigara. Jada Vidya, material knowledge, is like the Vaibhav, the opulence of Maya, Mayara Vaibhav. And one will become just like an ass. No, as also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, Vidyara Gaurava Brahmi Deshe Deshe Dhana Upajana Kori. That in the name of acquiring material education or worldly knowledge, the people simply wander around from country to country, and to collect what? Money, name, and fame. So, for what is the use? This to get video for that purpose. That's why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that the demon Dhenukasura, he is representing Avidya, ignorance. And that is because, the donkey, he likes to carry very heavy load. If you go to the Himalayas, then also you can see them in other places in India, Kashmir or some Manali, and there, if you go to the mountains especially, they use them as carrier. They have to carry all their goods, like all kinds of things, rice, dal, vegetables, and There actually one cucumber I was also, or one apple, one banana you can buy there in this place is like almost impossible to pay because it's so high price. Because they need to carry it along and then they sell a very high price, no? But the donkeys, they have to carry this up. But actually the donkey is only carrying. He can never eat this nice apple, nice banana, or some, they use also the donkeys to carry their clothes, washermen, and they have to carry all these big buckets on the side with all clothes, but the donkey can never wear it. No, he will never uh, go nicely dressed in front of the mirror. No, he can just carry it. He's just doing heavy work, but for what? For nothing. And for a little bit grass he gets in the evening from the owner. And there's one also, one funny pastime I would like to also mention that I think I told it once, but things can always be again repeated. And it's about one donkey who is working actually for a washerman. And so day by day this work is going on. And one time it happens so that the father, sometimes, father and daughter, they are having some fight, some disagreement or something, then something this like happened, and the father became angry and said that like, you know what, I will marry you to that donkey. And then the donkey, he glow like a Christmas tree, like happy and waiting every day now, or when this will become true, because he has such now a big future in front of him. Oh really, soon I will marry this nice girl. And he was very excited and doing his work very nicely every day. And somehow the other donkeys also outside, who from time to time they stroll around and they speak with each other and they say, why, you are just inside there, come with us. You just jump, it's just this fence, we can help you, just jump out. And you have a free life like we are enjoying. Or we can go here and there, we can eat the grass, whatever you want. You just have to wait for the evening that you get a little bit grass at the end after this very hard work. So why you stay there? And then he told, you know what, that soon I will get married. So then all this hard work, it's worth it. But actually, surely it never happened. He's just waiting like a dumb and deaf. And in this way also most of the people in our society, they are like that. Binding themselves on some illusionary dreams, like this donkey. He's fantasizing. Now his life will become, very high class, and but so the people, they have also these illusionary dreams. They see this or that somehow in the media or somewhere by some other people, and they think that when I get this or that, I will be actually happy. But that happiness also never comes actually, or if it comes, then it's just short. This happiness is just for some spark, some okay, and then again unsatisfied, and again you have to search for the next. Like also the donkey who is running after the carrot, you can also see some pictures sometimes. The donkey is there, and then one stick and one carrot is running, and he's running, he can never get it actually, but he's always dreaming of how nice it will taste. And and in the same way, like those other donkeys also, they try to say, oh, just come with us, jump. Also in our case, sadhus, guru, Vaishnava, they come also. Hey, Why you stay there in the prison of Maya? Just come and jump over the fence of material life. Then you can really enjoy with us. This is true life. And, but we will always have some excuses like the donkey, because somehow we think better that how to become happy in life. And Guru and Vaishnava, we always waiting with open hands. No, Babaji Maharaj is also saying that Guru Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Pramod Guru Goswami always said, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is standing with open hands, inviting everyone. So to this freedom, eternal freedom. So we have just to jump in their lap. Then, but we don't believe, and this is ignorance what we have. So that represents the donkey in us, the Dhenukasura in us, that ignorant, foolish ass, this donkey. And we always want to rely on our limited sense perfection, while trying to make our life successful and happy. But even Einstein, he also said that it will never be possible to solve the problems in this world with the same type of consciousness that created them on the first place. So it's very wise, wisely said, because in Srimad Bhagavatam also it is said, Anadi Avidya Yuktasya Purushasya Vedanam Svatuna Sambhavatanyas Tattva Jnanakinatobhavat. So it says the same thing, that the persons in this world, the living entities, they are from Anadi Avidya. Anadi means without beginning, Avidya. They are in ignorance. So our mind is made of ignorance. We have only garbage inside, Babaji Maharaj is saying. Only metta, metta, metta. And so from beginningless time, we are in ignorance. So we have no chance to get somehow self-realization by ourselves. How is possible with the mind of tamas, with the mind in ignorance? It's made of ignorance, our mind. It's coming from the element of tamas. So then how we should be successful with it? So that's why it is tattva jnanakinatobhavat. So another person who is free from ignorance has to be there and must come in our life to impart or to solve our problems. We cannot solve our problems. So we need someone of that higher quality. And then it will be possible for us to come forward. So we have no chance without listening to self-realized souls. And that's why Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, that we should not listen to these countless voices of popular wisdom, but instead only to the self-realized souls. So this is Mahat Kripa Vina Kona Karma Bhakti Nai. Krishna Bhakti Durarahu Samsara Nahikshay. What to speak of Chaitanya Charitamrita is also, what to speak of Bhakti, we cannot even free ourselves. Mahat Kripa Vina Kona Karma Bhakti Nai. So what to speak of Bhakti? We cannot even free ourselves from samsara nahikshay, from the samsara, without the kripa of a mahat, a great, great soul, a self-realized souls. Yeah, that's a must. And also, there's another nice example, which also is about the donkey. It's like, because it happens, sometimes one donkey, he's in summertime, for example, he thinks himself he has eaten so much because everything around is dry. Actually, he has not eaten so much, but out of his illusion, he's in, because everything, he thinks, I have eaten everything, because everything is dry around him. And in the rainy season, that he thinks that he has eaten less, because everything is green around. So he thinks, I have not eaten now. Everything is still there. No? And that is also, if you convert this now to material people, no, they think that if they are engaged in material activities, let's say, they run the whole day around, they think they are so much engaged, the most frequent word is, I'm busy, I've no time, I'm busy. So they are all very busy, running here and there the whole day. And then, of course, in the evening, you say, oh, I have done a lot today. I have done much. But for the spiritualists, for pure Guru Vaishnavas, they will think that actually he has done nothing. Because nothing for his soul. It was just his karma, which he is now in, out of illusion. He thinks he is this body, he is this mind running around, which actually is done by the material energy. He is just like sitting in one machine, like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Yantra Maya Ruda, this shloka, and that's reality. But people think I have done so much, but actually have not done anything. Like this donkey, he thinks also I've eaten so much, but he has not eaten. And then if those people, now you tell them, come to the temple, sit with us, do bhajan, sing kirtans, hear harikatha, then they will think at the end of the day, oh, today I could not make any money, I could not do my business, I could not finish my work, so this whole day in the temple was like useless. It was a waste of time. And they think they have done nothing. But actually the soul is very much nourished, but out of illusion, because again they are absorbed in the body and the mind, and they think only of calculating, or like a businessman, they don't know what is really good for them. So then they think, I'm not nourished. I mean, the soul is nourished, but otherwise, for them, they think it's a waste of time to do spiritual activities. Also in the Bhagavad Gita, we know that there's one shloka. It says that what is night for the devotee, it is like day for the material people, no? And because material activities for the devotees, they are like nighttime. But for material people, for them it's like daytime. And what is the day for the devotee, it is like night for the material people. So spiritual activities for the devotees is like devotional activities. Spiritual, nowadays we cannot use this word because so much hotspot now, like a kitchen mixture. So devotional also, but it's more better to use devotional activities for devotees. Spiritual is all kind of concepts they have nowadays. And so that what is day for the devotees is night for the material people. So all these activities, what we do for material people, they think, oh, like it's useless. Like your elders or relatives or parents, they all think, oh, you're doing the whole day seva. This is useless. How? Go and earn money. Do something concrete, not in life. You have to be established, nice. But why we should become like them? No, we are not so foolish. We know what we want. Fortunately, we have right guidance. And yes, these are some pastimes relating to our donkey mentality, our ignorance. And another very important point is also, which I want to try to discuss with you, that how to approach the transcendental literature. Because Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, and all our acharyas, they want to inculcate to us really this service attitude, a seva bhava. in our heart, and they don't want us to make us bookworms, just sitting in the library. No. So these transcendental subject matters, first of all, they can only be approached with Bhakti Shakti. No, Bhakti Shakti, not through our intelligence or mind. It's not possible. And Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, he also said that without a meaningful engagement in Guru Vaishnava Seva, if we just try to approach those transcendental literature, then we are like a honeybee who is flying outside the honey bottle. No? There's honey inside in the bottle, but that honeybee cannot taste it. He will never taste it. It's one glass in between. No, he cannot get the taste of honey actually. And so, because to taste bhakti, one must also really practice bhakti. It's otherwise all the smart, like so-called smart people in this world, would be the greatest devotees because they know. They have vidya or they have jnana, knowledge. I mean, it's not possible this way. Bhaja dhatu sevayam. It means the real meaning of bhajan is seva. So Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he would say that also when he was young, by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he told him that Srila Prabhupada was a child, but at that time Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that those who don't have any taste or respect for Vaishnava Seva, then they can never overcome ignorance by just reading books. He told Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur to Prabhupada. And also, once it was that Prabhupada was asked from some group of students, but then if we don't learn reading and writing and how we can study Shastra, then very interesting. Prabhupada, he said that he himself, he imbibed all this meaning of the Shastra by just seeing or observing the character, this exemplary character of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gaura Kishodas Maharaj. And he said to them that to be expert in grammar, or you have to remember all those roots, Sanskrit roots, the mool, which is related to the word, and it's a lot of, you can spend 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. That's very difficult. And so he said this will not help to them. So surely Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta, he wants us to read Shastra, but with the right attitude of Seva Bhav. It's not that the books have to be closed for us all the time, no. Just to approach it with the serving mood. This Srila Prabhupada wanted to say. And once one brahmachari took some books without informing these managers from the temple library, then it came to Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta, and then he said to him that in this way, yes, maybe you will become a great pandit, but not a devotee. You see, that is, even though Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he himself was very philosophical and very knowledgeable, and but he always emphasized the descending process, avaroha panta. There are two kinds of processes, which is one is the descending, is avaroha panta, and varoha panta, ascending process. So Vaishnavas, they always depend upon the avaroha panta, which is the descending process from up. This is something which our aim is always to try our best to please Guru and Vaishnava and Bhagavan. And in this way, then they can bestow kripa upon us, no? So that all avidya, all ignorance can go and we are really established in our sambandha, and then really real knowledge is coming. So we are completely dependent upon their mercy. Only if Krishna wants, then we can attain him. It's also very important. Nayam atma pravachanena labhya. Nam hi dhayam abudaya shutena. Yam hi vaishya vrinodidena labhyas taseisha atma vrinodedava swav. Nayam atma pravachanena. So, the Supreme Lord cannot be realized by pravajanena, by so much discussing about Shastra, by medaya, by mental power, or nabahuna shrutena. Bahuna shrutena means like excessive hearing. I'm hearing so much, but it said, no, nayamatma pravajanena labhyana, medaya nabahuna shrutena. And how it is happening? Only if the Supreme Lord wants to reveal himself to this or that person. You know, the Aprakita Vastu has always the right to appear in front of us or not. So we have no, it depends on mercy. We cannot attain it. It's completely up to them. So this is, and also it said, Athapi deva padam bhujatvaya adaleshanu grihitaivahi jamati tattvam bhagaven mahimno nachanye kavicharam vichinman. Athapi deva padam bhujatvaya. So your lotus feet, they can only be attained. Brahma is saying, Brahmaji, that only by the slightest lesh prasada lesham gritaevahi, by your prasadam, lesha means little, just slight kripa of you, then you can be attained. Otherwise, janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno, even after cultivating so much knowledge for a long time, it's also not possible. Only by one slight. That's why it is always, we have to keep this very deeply in our heart and mind, that only by pleasing Guru and Vaishnava, this is like the chance. Otherwise, on our own, impossible. Impossible. That's really true. Not impossible is a word which does not exist in the dictionary, or does only exist in the full of the full, but in this way it's true. It's impossible. So there's no other way open to reach that realm. No? Only if we can get that kripa of the Lord. I know that what is the best way to attain the kripa of the Lord? That is Guru Seva. Naham icha prajadipyam tapaso vasamena cha tushyasam sarvabhutatma guru shushushayayata. Krishna himself says that nothing pleases him more than Guru Seva. Naham icha prajadipyam. So he's saying that not even the dharma of a brahmachari, if we follow very strictly brahmachari ashram or whatever, grihastha ashram, vanaprastha ashram, sannyas ashram, we can do that. But Guru Seva pleases him much more than all of this, followed even perfectly. So Guru Seva is the main key to everything. No? Then the doors will be opened. And I think just now, because we are also the time is running, one important pastimes I wanted also to share with you, which can illuminate all these topics, no? I mean about the attainment of transcendental knowledge, which we discussed now. And there's two important, but I think we cannot complete this. So one pastime I can start, and it's not so long, but it's very nice. It's about Satya, Kam, and Gautama. You know, you also know it. Some of you sure have heard it. Maybe I also told it one time. It can be. So once a young student, he wanted to become a brahmachari. Later he's known as Satyakam. And he went to the ashram of Gautama Rishi. And at that time, Gautama Rishi, he asked him his gotra, or his lineage. And but he could not answer. And he said, okay, Gautama Rishi said, you ask your mother. And then his mother was Jabala. And then you come again. So he did this, but his mother at that time, Jabala, his mother, she was serving in so many households, no? And so during this time, he was born. So she could only say this. So she said, I don't know. That's the reality. So, and then, okay, he was simple-hearted, just went to Gurudev, to Gautama Rishi, back, and he said, Gurudev asked him, now you tell? And he told that actually it's like this, that he don't know because his mother was working in many households and don't know when, on who, how it happened. So, and all students, they started to laugh, no? But the Gautama Rishi, he chastised them because, no, don't laugh. Because he realized that he is definitely Brahman, because without being a Brahman, he could never be so simple-hearted that he just say this which actually can bring some laughter of others or some shame, but he was just speaking sincerely and honestly. And that was very much appreciated by Gautama Rishi. And that's also the reason for why he gave initiation. So you are Brahman from nature, and I give you initiation. And then Gautama Rishi, he gave him also around 400 weak cows. And to develop their health, he said, now you go out and you take care of those cows. And then, very nice, Satyakam, that boy, he was thinking that, okay, now I will increase this cow herd to make 1,000 healthy cows. I will come back with 1,000 healthy cows. And really, so one day that happened, that it reached a number of thousands, very strong, stout, nice healthy cows. And then this way the Devatas, they became also very happy. And they wanted to bless him. So one Devata, it was Vayu, he came in the form of a bull, and he called Satyabhama that now your herd has reached 1,000 of number, so let us go back. And I want to also reveal you 1/4 or 1/4 of Brahmagyan. And then he was receiving that, and that bull also said, Vayu, in the form of the bull, he said that he promised that the next 4th he will also get from Agni. And then really saw Agni also appear in front of him, gave him that fort of Brahmagyan, and so on. So then also he again promised that Surya Bhagavan will also come to give you the next fort. And Surya Bhagavan was coming in the form of a swan. So you get also this knowledge. And then also prana. And so he got full Brahmagyan, established in Brahmagyan. And now he was like a know of that absolute truth. And when he came back to Gautam Rishi, he also really saw, oh, you have realized something, huh? You have got some transcendental knowledge. But Satyakam very humbly said, oh Gurudev, I have heard that anything what we hear, we should hear from the lips of Gurudev. So please, you instruct me I need to hear all this from you again. And then it will be really possible for me to realize. So he could realize this point. And why this point is so important? Because yes, the first lesson what we learned from this pastime is that we have to be in front of Guru and Vaishnava. We have to be nishkapat, very simple and truthful. No? So just we have to come in front of Guru and Vaishnava as we are. If we are a cheetah, then we cannot pose like an angel in front of Gurudev. No, anyway, he knows, but we should not be kapat. Okay, I'm a cheetah, but you can manage, you can surely, like Jagan and Mother, they also were delivered, so you just have to be honest, because Gurudev is Gauranga is Patita Bhavan, not Kapat Bhavan. So he's the deliverer of the fallen, Patita Bhavan, and not Kapat Bhavan. He's not delivering those who are Kapat. So that is the first lesson. And secondly, we can also see that how really with full enthusiasm he was thinking, now I can make Gurudev's herd 10,000 piece of them. And he wanted to put all his energy in Guru Seva to increase his herd. So that is, he was not just sitting around in the ashram and meditating or reading books. No, he just wanted to go to Guru Seva from heart with sincere seva, and then he got also all these blessings. But then the third lesson comes, that is because even without he was not proud, now I'm Brahma, Tattva Jnani. No, he was very humble and said that he need to listen directly from Gurudev again. So because only by that power of Gurudev he taught, and that is everywhere in the Shastra, it's very vital teachings, that what we really hear from Gurudev directly, that will give the possibility of Vijnana. Otherwise it stays Jnana. Yes, we know something, we have read something, but when it comes to the actual proof of that knowledge, then it's a failure, because it has not the Shakti behind. We can speak so much about, this is all Maya and this and that, but in actual life we are always ourselves totally in Maya. So then what is the use? It needs to be heard from the lips of Gurudev. Then it is imbibed with the Shakti to also that it becomes Vijnana, realized. So this is a very, very important thing, because in this way all the doors are blocked. No, there is no shortcut. We have to come in front of Guru and Vaishnava and to hear from them directly, again and again, not just sitting at home reading some books, very comfortable, and no, this will not. Okay, we can get jnana in a dry way, which is not helpful at the when it's really needed. Because what is our jnana? It's not academic knowledge. It's something which needs to be applied in practical life. So, and that's only that test will be seen, at that moment of real circumstances. Otherwise, blah blah blah, we can do a lot, but I'm also doing, I myself, I'm doing blah, blah, blah. I have also get all your blessings to Gurudev's blessing more and more that I can realize it. So do not stay just like a bearer, but also uh, that's important. So I think that now time is over and we can start another very important pastime is there. I can tell you that is maybe next time I can try by all your kripa and Gurudev and Vaishnava. So then I think we stop for today. Okay? If any question or anything, then or anybody want to say something, you feel free. Otherwise, we can stop and then continue next week, hopefully. Yes. Dhanyavad pranam to all. Jai Gaur.